Environmental advocates are stepping up pressure on government for the creation of a national biodiversity restoration fund to confront Ghana's rapidly shrinking forest cover and escalating land degradation driven by illegal mining. There's more on the following report by my colleague Carlos Coloni.
This is the scar left on Ghana's once fertile landscape. Recent Forestry Commission data indicate that about 44% of Ghana's 288 forest reserves have been destroyed and an estimated 5,252 hectares of forest land desecrated. Jamanquanta's once productive farmlands and forest ecosystems was not spared. The once fertile land has been reduced to craters, pits, and poisoned soils by the operations of illegal miners, including operations by a one-time Galamsey queenpin, Aisha Juan. Here at Jamanquanta, livelihoods were wiped out, water bodies contaminated, and entire communities exposed to environmental and public health dangers. What should have been bread baskets became death traps.
This
But today, the story is changing. In a decisive intervention, President John Dramani Mahama's administration has rolled out an aggressive ecological restoration and land remediation program to restore degraded lands across the country, beginning with a pilot in the West Heath communities in the Amansie Central district of the Ashanti region. The pilot project being executed by Logis Group Limited is already restoring devastated lands in Jamanquanta, Sukumu, Pipo-Tintin, and surrounding communities. According to the Chief Executive Officer of Logis Group, Daniel Tamaklo, over 200 hectares have already been reclaimed.
So far, we've done over 200 hectares. We've reclaimed over 200 hectares. And this place was very degraded. This was an area Aisha Juan worked. And for the past 8 years, here has been very degraded. And Logis, together with the government, with this, Logis in collaboration with the government, has taken up this initiative to reclaim this land. We are looking at reclaiming over 5,000 hectares of land.
But this is not just about filling pits and leveling land. This is about ecosystem regeneration, soil rehabilitation, and climate resilience. Daniel Tamaklo explains that the projects integrate economic tree planting, agroforestry systems, and biodiversity restoration to ensure long-term sustainability.
Once reclamation is done, we will bring the land back to its natural state. That's naturalization of the land by planting energetic crops to extract the heavy metals from the soil.
To support the large-scale reforestation drive, Logis Group Limited is establishing over 10 acres of tree nurseries at strategic locations across the Amansie Central district, aimed at producing seedlings to feed a massive landscape restoration program. The project contractor, Opoku Jangbena James, outlines the full scope of the works.
This whole project is for Logis, and it's 10 acres project. For this first thing that you see here is 1 acre that we are doing a greenhouse for seedlings, for palm plantation, coconut, and so many. This alone is going to give us about 9 million seedlings per every 3 months. And we are supposed to construct about almost 5 of them here. And when you look back here, you can see this is a dam that we are constructing here. This is 1 acre dam. 1 acre dam. That you can see there is a drilling machine there. We are not going to use any stream water. We are drilling our own water. After that, we are going to line the whole dam. And the whole project dam is like aquaculture. We are going to put in fish, catfish, just to support the project that we are doing.
Beyond the environmental gains, the project is aimed at delivering powerful socio-economic dividend by creating jobs, restoring dignity, and providing alternative livelihoods to youth who would otherwise be drawn into illegal mining.
These energetic crops will be used in manufacturing biowood. So this it will be harvested every 3 months. So in a year, we are looking at harvesting it 4 times. And we are looking at employing over 1,500 workers for this initiative. So we have a chain of employment and chain of economic activities that will take place. So we end up preserving our forest. Our forest wouldn't be touched. And this will help government benefit from this carbon score, carbon credits.
The Minerals Development Fund is a key partner in the initiative. Ashanti Regional Manager Ralph Ejiri-Kwenu believes the project is already pulling young people away from the grip of galamsey.
The main objective of this project is to create livelihood, employment for villages and towns that have been affected by illegal mining activities. We make sure that they will stop the illegal mining so that they'll have another alternative, which is the livelihood they are currently having as a job, which they will also be getting money at the end of the month, so that they will not go back to illegal mining activities.
Environmental experts say this initiative could mark a turning point in Ghana's fight against land degradation. Climate and environmental remediation expert Dr. Samuel Doche describes the project as a game changer that positions Ghana to benefit from carbon market, ecosystem services, and climate finance.
The first benefit will be those people who find themselves around the Amansie district. Their health is going to be improved or restored. For that matter, their frequency or their going to hospitals will be reduced. So that is saving Ghana so much money. That is one. Secondly, see, whether we agree or not, trees are values now. They provide source for carbon, because Ghana is now aggressively pursuing the carbon market opportunities. So for me, I think these guys should be credited for what they are doing.
A biodiversity researcher, Nwemeji Dramado, is urging government to scale up support, describing the initiative as critical to forest recovery, habitat restoration, and species protection.
His Excellency, Mr. President, I believe that this is the opportune time to support such an initiative that will help restore an environment, because with the way degradation is going on in the country, I fear that there will be a time where as a nation we cannot be able to say that we are a biodiversity rich country. Otherwise, it means that we'll be seeing degraded lands everywhere. So the case of Ghana is a biodiversity rich country will become a matter of old. But by supporting an initiative such as these, we get to conserve what we already have, and in restoring the degraded areas, we still have an avenue to pursue economic development without tampering with that which we already benefit from. Since this group are on this fantastic project from their own pockets, they do not only need to be commended as individuals or as a group, but supported.
Dr. Doche further calls for the immediate establishment of a national biodiversity restoration fund to sustain and expand reclamation efforts across the country.
I will encourage the president to take the opportunity to establish a national biodiversity fund to support initiatives of this nature.
Traditional authorities in Jamankwanta have also welcomed the project, describing it as a lifeline for their people.
Na farmers nso ode ba ha no so na kwadwuma na ode ba ha no ommo na kwadwuma no enkoso ne enso a ye wa ha no a yɛnyina aban adwuma no bi enye.
For communities long trapped between poverty and environmental destruction, this project represents hope. Hope for clean water, hope for fertile land, and hope for a future beyond Galamsey.
When we came up with this idea, they embraced it, and by giving us the support, especially from the Lands Ministry, asking us to pilot this project with support from EPA and various government agencies. This is sustainable. So if someone says it's not sustainable, we are on the field, we've tried it and it's working. So it's about we coming, having a roundtable discussion, having a roundtable discussion and putting policies together, putting minds together, and we can achieve this objective.
As Ghana grapples with one of the worst land degradation crises in its history, the Reclaim, Restore, Rebuild initiative is emerging as a bold experiment in environmental healing, climate action, and sustainable development. If successful, it could become the blueprint for restoring thousands of hectares of degraded land nationwide and, finally, turning the tide against the scourge of illegal mining.
Well, I'm standing right here in Jaman Kwanta, one of the sites being reclaimed by Logist Group, and which forms part of the 200 hectares of land that they've reclaimed so far. And as you can see at the background, work is ongoing. The objective is to bring back livelihood to the people in this particular community. Reporting from Jaman Kwanta in the Amansie Central district of the Ashanti region, my name is Carlos Kaloni for JoyNews.